Introduction script for Zen Mind Peaceful Life. Why Taurus is one of the most misunderstood zodiac signs. Have you ever met someone who seems unshakable, calm, and composed? Yet, beneath that exterior, they hold emotions so deep that when they finally express them, it feels like an earthquake? Someone who loves with fierce devotion, but their protective nature can sometimes feel overwhelming? Someone who is incredibly reliable and patient, yet their stubbornness can drive people away? If any of this sounds familiar, chances are you've encountered a Taurus. Taurus is often admired for their strength, loyalty, and practicality. But at the same time, they are one of the most controversial zodiac signs, respected by some, yet misunderstood by many. Some see them as wise and grounded, while others perceive them as rigid, materialistic, or even possessive. Why does Taurus stir such intense reactions in people? And more importantly, how can we understand them beyond these labels? In this video, we will uncover the real reasons why Taurus is often misunderstood, break down the deeper astrological and psychological influences behind their behavior, and most importantly, reveal how you can learn from their strengths while avoiding the pitfalls of their weaknesses. And make sure to stay until the end, because we will share a powerful lesson that not only helps you understand Taurus but can also transform the way you approach relationships, career, and personal growth. If you love exploring astrology, self-discovery, and the deeper mysteries of life, make sure to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life and turn on notifications so you never miss an insightful video. Now, let's begin. 1. Unshakable patience or stubborn resistance. One of Taurus's defining traits is their patience. They take their time in every aspect of life, whether it's choosing a career, building a relationship, or making an important decision. Unlike impulsive fire signs or emotionally driven water signs, Taurus moves deliberately, ensuring every step they take is aligned with their long-term goals. This patience makes them incredibly reliable. They don't give up easily, they don't abandon their commitments, and they don't make rash decisions. In relationships, this means they are devoted partners who won't easily walk away at the first sign of trouble. In work, this means they are persistent and capable of staying focused on a goal for years, even decades, until they achieve success. But while some admire their steadiness, others see it as stubbornness. Because Taurus hates sudden change, they often resist new ideas or unexpected shifts, especially if they haven't had time to process them. To outsiders, this can make them seem unwilling to compromise or adjust. However, the reality is that Taurus doesn't say no out of defiance. They say no because they need time to evaluate whether a change is truly beneficial. If you push them too hard, they will dig their heels in deeper. The best way to persuade a Taurus is to give them logical reasoning, time, and space to make the decision on their own terms. 2. Deep devotion or overbearing possessiveness. When Taurus loves, they love completely. They are not interested in casual, fleeting romances or superficial friendships. To them, relationships are an investment, one that requires time, loyalty, and unwavering commitment. This makes them some of the most faithful and reliable partners and friends in the zodiac. They won't abandon you in hard times, they won't play games, and they won't betray your trust. If a Taurus has let you into their world, they are there for life. However, this same devotion can sometimes feel overbearing, because Taurus craves stability. They seek reassurance in relationships. They don't like ambiguity, mixed signals, or uncertain commitments. If they sense their relationship is at risk, they may become possessive or overly protective, not because they want to control their partner, but because they fear losing the security they worked so hard to build. This is why Taurus can sometimes struggle with jealousy. They don't trust easily, so once they do, they expect the same level of dedication in return. If they feel someone isn't as committed as they are, it triggers anxiety and insecurity, leading them to hold on even tighter. To build a healthy relationship with a Taurus, open and honest communication is essential. They need to know where they stand, and they need reassurance that their devotion is valued. At the same time, they must learn that love is about trust, not control. True security comes from confidence in the relationship, not constant validation. 3. Financially responsible or materialistic. Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of luxury, beauty, and abundance. This makes them deeply connected to material comfort and financial security. More than any other sign, Taurus understands that money is not just about wealth, it's about freedom, stability, and the ability to create a comfortable life. Because of this, Taurus is often incredibly disciplined with money. They prioritize saving, investing, and making smart financial choices. Unlike impulsive spenders, Taurus believes in quality over quantity. They would rather own a few well-made, timeless pieces than chase fast fashion or trends. However, this love for material stability often leads people to misjudge them as superficial or materialistic. Many assume that because Taurus enjoys nice things, they must be obsessed with wealth. But in reality, Taurus doesn't seek luxury for status, they seek it for security. They want a home that feels safe, food that brings comfort, and experiences that are deeply fulfilling. Rather than dismissing Taurus as materialistic, we can all learn from their practical approach to financial security. They remind us that true abundance isn't about spending recklessly, it's about making intentional choices that create long-term comfort and sustainability. 4. Calm and collected or emotionally distant. Taurus is known for their grounded, composed nature. Unlike emotional water signs or expressive fire signs, Taurus processes their feelings internally before reacting. They prefer to stay calm, analyze a situation logically, and respond only when necessary. This ability to stay collected makes them excellent problem solvers. They don't get overwhelmed by emotions, and they don't let temporary setbacks dictate their actions. In a crisis, you can count on a Taurus to be the one who remains steady, offering practical solutions instead of panic. However, this emotional restraint can sometimes be misinterpreted as coldness. Because Taurus doesn't express their emotions openly, people may feel like they are distant or emotionally unavailable. In reality, Taurus feels deeply, but they show their love through actions, not words. If you're close to a Taurus, don't expect dramatic emotional displays. Instead, notice how they care for you in quiet ways, through small gestures, acts of service, and unwavering presence. They may not say "I love you" every day, but when they commit to you, their loyalty speaks louder than words. 5. Selective with trust or holding grudges. Trust is everything to a Taurus. They don't give it away easily, but once they do, they expect it to be honored. Loyalty, to them, is sacred. But if that trust is broken, Taurus doesn't forgive easily. They don't explode in anger or seek revenge. Instead, they slowly distance themselves until one day, they are simply gone. Unlike fire signs, who express anger quickly and then move on, Taurus holds on to betrayal like a deep wound, one that never truly heals. Some people see this as holding grudges, but for Taurus, it's about self-protection. They don't want to waste energy on people who have proven themselves unreliable. Once they've been hurt, they won't risk being hurt again. If you want to maintain a relationship with a Taurus, honesty and consistency are non-negotiable. They don't expect perfection, but they do expect sincerity. If you ever break a Taurus's trust, know that regaining it will take time, effort, and a lot of patience. 5 more reasons why Taurus is one of the most misunderstood zodiac signs. Taurus is often seen as dependable yet stubborn, loving yet possessive, calm yet emotionally distant. These contradictions make them one of the most fascinating and, at times, frustrating signs in the zodiac. But to truly understand Taurus, we must go beyond the surface and uncover the deeper motivations behind their actions. Here are 5 more reasons why Taurus is often misunderstood, and what we can learn from them. 6. Structured and organized or overly controlling. Taurus thrives on order, stability, and predictability. They are the kind of people who plan their schedules weeks in advance, prefer routines over spontaneity, and stick to systems that work for them. This structured mindset helps them achieve long-term success, whether in their careers, relationships, or personal goals. However, their need for control can sometimes frustrate those who prefer flexibility and freedom. Taurus doesn't handle chaos well, they dislike last-minute changes, unexpected disruptions, or anything that throws them off balance. To some, this can make them seem rigid, controlling, or unwilling to adapt. For example, if you live with a Taurus, you might notice that they have a very specific way of doing things, whether it's arranging their space, planning meals, or managing finances. If someone disrupts that order, they may react with frustration, not because they are trying to be difficult, but because predictability is their comfort zone. What we can learn from Taurus. Structure is powerful, but too much rigidity can limit growth. Learning when to be flexible can help Taurus, and all of us, navigate life's inevitable uncertainties with greater ease. 7. Relentlessly hardworking or stuck in their comfort zone? Taurus is one of the most persistent and hardworking signs in the zodiac. Once they commit to a goal, they will see it through, no matter how long it takes. Their dedication to financial stability, career success, and personal growth is undeniable. However, their love for stability can sometimes turn into resistance to change. Unlike fire signs who thrive on excitement, Taurus prefers to master one thing and stick with it. While this makes them excellent at building expertise, it can also limit their willingness to step outside their comfort zone. For example, a Taurus who has been at a job for years may refuse to leave, even if better opportunities exist, simply because the idea of starting over feels too risky. Or in relationships, they may stay in an unfulfilling situation just because it feels familiar. What we can learn from Taurus. Persistence is a powerful trait, but sometimes growth requires taking risks. Taurus and anyone seeking stability must learn to recognize when holding on is beneficial, and when it's holding them back. 8. Romantic and loyal or unrealistically demanding in love? Few zodiac signs love as deeply as Taurus. When they fall for someone, they are all in, offering emotional security, physical affection, and unwavering devotion. They believe in long-term commitment and expect the same in return. But this deep need for emotional security can sometimes make them unintentionally demanding. A Taurus partner often expects consistent effort in a relationship, physical and emotional stability, reassurance of loyalty. While these expectations are valid, they can overwhelm partners who value independence or spontaneity. A Taurus may struggle to accept uncertainty in love, making them come across as clingy, possessive, or unwilling to compromise. For example, if a Taurus senses distance in their relationship, they might react by seeking more closeness, which can feel suffocating to a partner who needs space. What we can learn from Taurus. Love requires both security and freedom. Taurus, and anyone with attachment insecurities, can benefit from learning to trust the flow of relationships rather than trying to control them. 9. Selective about relationships or impossible to impress? Taurus doesn't let just anyone into their life. They take time to evaluate people, ensuring their friendships and relationships align with their values. This makes them loyal, reliable, and deeply committed once they choose someone. However, their high standards can sometimes make them seem unapproachable or difficult to please. They are not easily impressed by charm or temporary gestures. They seek substance, reliability, and long-term compatibility. For example, a Taurus will notice small details about a person's behavior, whether they follow through on promises, how they handle stress, and how they treat others. If someone fails these silent tests, Taurus may quietly distance themselves rather than confront the issue directly. What we can learn from Taurus. Having high standards is important, but it's also essential to recognize that nobody is perfect. Finding a balance between realistic expectations and allowing room for human imperfection can lead to stronger more fulfilling relationships. 10. Focused on stability or fearful of change. Taurus is wired for security. They crave stability in every aspect of life, financially, emotionally, and physically. This makes them exceptional planners, as they work hard to ensure a steady, comfortable future. However, this deep attachment to stability can sometimes turn into fear of the unknown. They may resist moving to a new city even if it offers better opportunities. Stay in familiar routines even when they feel uninspired. Hesitate to take big life risks out of fear of losing control. To an outsider, this might look like a lack of ambition or unwillingness to evolve, but in reality, Taurus is simply trying to build a solid foundation before making major moves. What we can learn from Taurus. Security is important, but growth often comes from embracing discomfort. Learning to balance preparation with adaptability can help Taurus, and anyone who values stability, step into new opportunities with greater confidence. 11. Driven by goals or never satisfied. Taurus is one of the most determined zodiac signs. When they set their sights on something, whether it's a career goal, a relationship, or a lifestyle, they will work tirelessly until they achieve it. Their perseverance is unmatched, and they rarely give up, no matter how long it takes. However, this same determination can sometimes make them appear restless or never fully satisfied. Taurus enjoys the process of achieving something, but once they reach their goal, they may immediately start searching for the next challenge. This can lead others to believe that they are never truly content with what they have. For example, a Taurus might work hard to build financial stability, but once they reach that point, they may start worrying about maintaining it or seeking an even higher level of security. Similarly, in relationships, they may strive for deep emotional connection but still feel the need for more reassurance and consistency. What we can learn from Taurus. It's important to celebrate achievements before moving on to the next goal. While ambition is valuable, true fulfillment comes from appreciating the present moment, not just chasing the future. 12. Protective or overbearing. Taurus is incredibly protective of the people they love. They see their close relationships as sacred and will go to great lengths to shield their loved ones from harm. Whether it's offering financial support, emotional guidance, or standing up for a friend in need, Taurus takes their role as a protector seriously. But this protective nature can sometimes be misinterpreted as controlling behavior. Because Taurus values stability, they may try to steer their loved ones away from risks or decisions that seem unpredictable. While their intentions are good, this can come across as overbearing or even possessive. For example, a Taurus parent might try to guide their child toward a safe career path, believing that financial stability is the key to happiness, without considering their child's true passions. In relationships, Taurus may offer unsolicited advice or try to fix problems for their partner, rather than simply offering support. What we can learn from Taurus. There is a difference between protecting someone and controlling them. True love and care means supporting others in their choices, even when those choices don't align with what we think is best. 13. Emotionally loyal or holding on to the past? Taurus is one of the most loyal zodiac signs. Once they bond with someone, they are committed for life. They don't believe in casual friendships or fleeting romances. When they love deeply. However, this loyalty can sometimes lead to an inability to let go of the past. If a Taurus has been betrayed, hurt, or abandoned, they will remember it for a very long time. Even if they move on externally, internally, they may still carry the emotional scars. This is why Taurus is often accused of holding grudges or being unwilling to forgive. For example, if a Taurus experiences heartbreak, they may hesitate to open up in future relationships, fearing the same pain again. In friendships, they may quietly distance themselves from someone who has let them down, without confrontation, but also without reconciliation. What we can learn from Taurus. Loyalty is a beautiful trait, but healing requires letting go of resentment. Taurus and anyone with deep emotional wounds must learn that forgiveness is not about excusing past mistakes, it's about freeing themselves from carrying that pain forward. 14. Strong sense of trust or unreasonably guarded? Trust is everything to a Taurus. They don't open up to just anyone, you must earn your place in their inner circle. They observe people carefully before fully trusting them, ensuring that they are reliable and worthy of their loyalty. But this selectiveness can sometimes make Taurus seem unapproachable. Some may view them as distant, emotionally unavailable, or overly cautious. This is especially true in romantic relationships, where Taurus takes a long time to let their guard down. For example, if a Taurus has been hurt in the past, they may hesitate to be vulnerable again, even if they deeply care for someone. They might test their partner's consistency over time, waiting for proof that they can be trusted before fully investing in the relationship. What we can learn from Taurus. It's wise to be selective about who we trust, but it's also important to give people a chance. Not everyone will betray us, and opening up, even slowly, can lead to deeper, more fulfilling connections. 15. Practical thinker or emotionally disconnected? Taurus is one of the most logical signs of the zodiac. They prefer to think rationally rather than emotionally, using facts and real-world evidence to guide their decisions. This makes them excellent problem solvers, especially in times of crisis. However, their practical nature can sometimes make them seem emotionally disconnected. When others are seeking empathy, Taurus may respond with solutions rather than support. While they believe they are helping, this can make their loved ones feel unheard or invalidated. For example, if a friend is struggling with a breakup, a Taurus may offer logical advice on moving forward, rather than simply sitting with them in their pain. This doesn't mean they don't care, it just means they express care differently. What we can learn from Taurus. Sometimes, people don't need solutions, they just need someone to listen. Learning to balance logic with emotional support can strengthen relationships and build deeper understanding. 16. Emotionally resilient or completely unyielding? Taurus is one of the most emotionally steady signs in the zodiac. They rarely let their emotions take control, preferring to process things logically and privately. Unlike water signs, who express their feelings openly, Taurus tends to internalize emotions, making them seem strong and composed even in difficult situations. But this emotional resilience can sometimes make them appear cold, distant, or unwilling to compromise. While they value deep connections, they also have a hard time admitting when they are wrong or when they need help. Instead of showing vulnerability, they may retreat into silence, leaving others feeling shut out. For example, in an argument, a Taurus might refuse to engage emotionally, instead choosing to stay quiet or remove themselves from the situation. To their partner or friend, this can feel like emotional abandonment, when in reality, Taurus is simply trying to maintain their sense of control. What we can learn from Taurus. Emotional strength is valuable, but true resilience also includes the ability to express vulnerability. Learning to communicate feelings rather than suppress them can lead to deeper relationships and personal growth. 17. Realistic or completely risk-averse? Taurus is a master of practicality. They make decisions based on facts, experience, and careful analysis, rather than impulse or emotion. This makes them excellent planners, reliable workers, and strong financial decision-makers. However, their love for stability can sometimes turn into fear of the unknown. They are not the type to take unnecessary risks or chase dreams without a concrete plan, which can make them seem overly cautious or unwilling to embrace new opportunities. For example, while an Aries might jump headfirst into a new business idea, Taurus will spend months, or even years, researching before making a move. While this ensures they don't make reckless mistakes, it can also lead to missed opportunities if they wait too long to act. What we can learn from Taurus. Being realistic is a great strength, but sometimes, calculated risks are necessary for growth. Learning to trust intuition and embrace uncertainty can help Taurus, and anyone struggling with change, step into new possibilities with confidence. 18. Strong boundaries or completely closed off? Taurus is selective about who they allow into their lives. They don't believe in shallow friendships or temporary connections. If they let you in, it's because they truly value you. However, this careful approach to relationships can sometimes make them seem unapproachable or emotionally unavailable. Because they take a long time to trust others, people may feel like they're being tested or kept at a distance. For example, in dating, a Taurus might take months to fully open up, leaving their partner wondering where they stand. In friendships, they may prefer a small, tight-knit circle rather than a large social group. While this doesn't mean they don't care, it does mean they prioritize depth over quantity. What we can learn from Taurus. Healthy boundaries are important, but they should not become walls that prevent new connections. Learning to open up gradually rather than shutting people out completely can help Taurus build richer, more meaningful relationships. 19. Emotionally grounded or unable to handle criticism. Taurus is known for their strong sense of self. They don't easily get swayed by others' opinions, and they are confident in their beliefs, decisions, and values. This makes them independent thinkers who don't rely on external validation. However, this same inner strength can sometimes make them resistant to constructive criticism. Because they put so much thought into their choices, they can take feedback personally, seeing it as an attack rather than an opportunity to grow. For example, if a Taurus has worked hard on a project, they may struggle to accept suggestions for improvement, not because they don't care, but because they feel their way is already the best way. This can sometimes lead to conflicts in professional settings or relationships, where adaptability is crucial. What we can learn from Taurus. Confidence is powerful, but growth comes from being open to new perspectives. Learning to separate constructive feedback from personal attacks can help Taurus, and anyone who struggles with criticism, become even stronger. 20. Committed or stuck in the past. Taurus is deeply devoted to everything they invest their energy in, whether it's a career, a relationship, or a personal goal. They don't give up easily, and they work tirelessly to make things succeed. However, their dedication can sometimes turn into an inability to let go. Taurus struggles with endings, whether it's moving on from a past relationship, changing careers, or leaving behind an old version of themselves. For example, a Taurus who has been in a long-term relationship may stay long past the point of happiness, simply because they don't want to abandon something they worked so hard to build. Similarly, they may hold on to past experiences, mistakes, or even grudges, not out of bitterness, but because they struggle with closure. What we can learn from Taurus. Loyalty is valuable, but knowing when to walk away is just as important. Learning to let go of what no longer serves us can create space for new growth and happiness. 21. Loves comfort or fears growth? Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of pleasure, beauty, and luxury. They have an innate appreciation for life's finest experiences, from a well-cooked meal to a cozy home, from high-quality clothing to breathtaking art. But while their love for comfort and stability is admirable, it can sometimes turn into a reluctance to step outside of their comfort zone. They prefer what is familiar and predictable, which can sometimes lead to stagnation or missed opportunities for growth. For example, a Taurus may choose a safe, predictable career over a passion-driven one, simply because it offers more security. They might avoid new social situations, preferring to stay in their familiar circles, even if it means missing out on meaningful connections. What we can learn from Taurus. Stability is important, but growth requires occasional discomfort. Learning to embrace change while still honoring stability can lead to a more fulfilling life. Taurus is one of the most reliable, loyal, and determined signs in the zodiac. But like all strengths, their defining traits can also lead to misunderstandings. Their patience can look like stubbornness, their loyalty like possessiveness, their practicality like materialism. But in reality, Taurus is simply a sign that values stability, security, and deep, lasting connections. If you are a Taurus, embrace your strengths, but also challenge yourself to let go of the past. Step outside your comfort zone and be open to change. If you have a Taurus in your life, take time to understand their motivations. Recognizing their need for security, trust, and consistency can help you build stronger, healthier relationships with them. This concludes our deep dive into Taurus, but we have even more astrology insights coming soon. Make sure to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video on self-discovery, personal growth, and the mysteries of astrology.